Hey, what's up everybody? This is Todd Bowen from sittingposture.com. Welcome to today's video, Computer Posture Mistakes and Fixes, episode 27. Quick fine print, my content is not medical advice. It's based off of my experience and my opinions. I talk about good habits that have helped me live a higher quality sedentary lifestyle. Do your research, make good decisions, and be the best advocate possible for your own healthcare. With that said, let's get into today's first image. I like this picture a lot. There's a lot of stuff going wrong there. Got a young man here, probably a college student. Starting off with some posture mistakes. He's using a laptop, so he's looking down at a 45-degree angle just to see the top of his screen. So he's looking down at more than a 45-degree angle to see the rest of his screen. That's going to put a lot of overextension on the back muscles, the muscles in the back of his neck, and a lot of shortening and compression of the muscles in the front of the neck, which is going to cause a lot of neck issues, not only with the muscles, with the imbalance between the muscles in the front and the back, but the muscles on the side, and also with the spine and the discs inside the neck. So when he does that, and he also lifts his elbow up on the desk like this, it's lifting that elbow forward and to the side. So what that does is that internally rotates that left shoulder a lot. So the combination of him looking down at the computer screen like that and internally rotating that left shoulder to rest that elbow up there is going to set off a chain reaction to make him slouch forward. If he's not already slouching forward, speaking from experience, those two things make the slouching even worse. And we all know that the slouching can lead to all kinds of back issues, tension throughout the chest mainly, tension throughout the collarbone, chest, internal rotation in the shoulders, and even down into the abdomen, because it's like, I know you can't see it here, but it's like right below the chest muscles, we kind of just like hinge right there. So that big tendinous area right there between the chest and the abdomen, where the ribs are connected to all those muscles and tendons, that just like acts as a hinge, and it gets super tight and super compressed. And so this is the three issues I see at this picture. I would definitely raise that chair up a little bit, because that's going to cause him, he's got his shoulders hunched up by his ear, about halfway to his ear almost. You can see that that's not natural. So if he raises his chair up, that's going to allow him to keep that elbow there, but it's going to also raise his shoulders up. So that would be the first thing I would do here. And second thing, of course, if he's got the convenience of an extended monitor, so he can look at the top of his monitor is at eye level. He would need an extended monitor to do that. He really can't do it on a laptop. And also, of course, an extended external keyboard and mouse would also benefit him a lot here. So he doesn't have to reach forward and like close those shoulders in order to type on that small keyboard. He could sit back with those shoulders in a neutral position with a wider keyboard, and that would definitely benefit him as well. Let's look at the next picture. This is one of my favorite pictures. I also like to talk about, this is one of the variables. The elbow being below the desk is a huge computer posture mistake, and I did this for many years. The elbow needs to be slightly above the desk, and the reason why that is, when the elbow is below the desk, she has to lift her hand to put it on the keyboard and the mouse. And the muscles that lift that hand, mostly the biceps. So the biceps being contracted all day long, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, we're not really going to notice that that's an issue until we start get pain in our shoulder or our elbow. We're much more likely, we may notice a tight muscle, but we're much more likely to notice pain from the tendons that connect that muscle to the bone. In this case, in order to lift her hands up onto that desk, the bicep is doing all the work, and the shoulder tendons in the front here are usually where the pain comes out of. So don't ever sit with your elbow below desk level. Raise that chair up a little bit and make sure that elbow is above desk level just slightly, so forearms are parallel to the floor, like this picture on the right over here. Or my personal preference, I like it a little bit better if my forearm is at a little bit of a downward angle. So I would even raise this chair up just a little bit more, a couple inches. That puts a little bit more burden onto the triceps as opposed to the biceps in the picture on the left. The only other thing I'll mention about this picture, she does have a little bit of slouching going on, but that's probably because she's not taking advantage of the backrest. These backrests here, they're not super helpful, but at least have something there, at least have your torso against it a little bit. Not 100% of your weight, obviously, because you're leaning forward to type and all your work's in front of you. But definitely have a little bit of support, like this picture on the right over here. Let's see, next picture here. Here's a good picture. I know that all these pictures these royalty-free pictures are models, and these are set up, these desks are set up, but they're great examples to talk about because look, she's got pain on the right side of her neck and her monitor's to the left. So if I have to look at my monitor all day long, this on my right side of the neck is going to get overextended. So believe it, even if this is a setup with a model and all that, it's very accurate. So yeah, looking to the side like that for long periods of time to see the monitor 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week is going to cause all kinds of repetitive strain and overuse injuries. So I would definitely try to have this monitor in front of me. And I would move this keyboard closer. She's got the nice flat keyboard, which is good. The low profile, slim keyboard. That means she doesn't have to crank her wrist back just to type on top of the keyboard. Her wrists are more relaxed to type on that flat keyboard like that. So that saves a lot of wrist pain. I used to get a lot of wrist pain. We'll talk more about that in the next couple slides. But anyway, I would bring this keyboard a little bit closer to the desk, and I would move this monitor over in front of her so everything's symmetrical as far as that goes. This mouse is a little bit bulky. I think she would benefit from a slimmer, low profile mouse, and we'll also look at one of those in the next couple of slides. Here's a guy using a standing workstation like I am right now, and it looks like he's got pretty good posture. For some reason, he's typing off of something. Maybe he's looking straight down at a phone, so I would assume he doesn't do that all day long. But when he is looking at his monitor, it does look like he has some good monitor heights here. He's got two monitors, and they're kind of far apart, so it looks like he'd be going this way, then he'd be going that way. So what I would do is I would try to close that gap a little bit between those two monitors and have them both pretty much, right in front of me as much as I could. If I got to look to the side just a little bit to see each monitor, that's one thing. But I have to look at those angles, that's a little bit excessive. But he does have the great slim, low-profile keyboard, which will cut down on wrist pain. He's standing, which is good, and he's got the extended monitors, which is great. One more quick note about fine print. Nothing in this video is paid promotion. So if I mention a product or a manufacturer, I paid my own money for those products that I'm going to mention, which have all helped me improve my computer posture. Nothing in this video is sponsored. So here's a great look at one of those big black bulky keyboards from back in the day. These things are still out there in circulation. And when I used to use one, it caused me to, like I showed you earlier, engage my wrist like this so I can lift my fingers and type. But when we use a slimmer, low profile, that keyboard, that is what allows me to relax my wrist. Because carpal tunnel isn't necessarily from the act of typing. It's from the act, in my situation at least, it's from the act of engaging that wrist, cocking that hand backwards in order to lift my fingers onto a big tall keyboard or a laptop. So when I switched over to a flat, like this picture here, a flat, slimmer, more low profile keyboard, man, my wrist pain went away in a matter of a few days. It was pretty eye-opening. And here's that picture of that slim, low profile mouse that I'm talking about. Not sponsored by Apple or anything, but these are some beautiful products that have definitely improved my quality of life and decreased my pain from computer use. So that's it for today's video, Computer Posture Mistakes and Fixes, episode 27. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You are taking a big step forward in improving the quality of your life, and that is definitely something to be proud of. If you want to keep up with my content, the best way to do that is to sign up for my free email newsletter. It's called Computer Posture Weekly. You can do that at sittingposture.com/newsletter, and I'll also put that link down in the notes of this video. And of course, like this video if it helped you out. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see your videos in your feed more often. And also share with a friend, because I appreciate you guys sharing all my videos. The more people that get to see my videos, the more ability it gives me to create content. And I appreciate you guys helping me spread my message. So I hope this video helped you out. This is Todd from sittingposture.com. We'll see you guys on the next video. All right, take care.